Your ex still thinks about you. More often than you know, they may not have messaged, they might be completely silent online, but energetically, you're still very present in their world. This isn't just about curiosity, it's emotional residue, lingering thoughts, unspoken things that never got closure. They think about moments that felt small at the time, but now hold weight. The last real conversation, the way you looked at them when you were trying to make it work, the messages they left on read, or the ones they never had the courage to send. There's a strong pull toward you right now, but it's not just about romance. It's about realization. They're realizing where they sabotaged connection, where they were emotionally unavailable, where they pushed you away when you were only trying to love them. They see it now in the quiet. And here's the thing, this isn't just someone missing a relationship. It's someone realizing they missed out on a version of themselves that only existed with you, the softer version, the open version, the better version. They're not just missing you, they're missing who they were when they were with you. There's fear, shame, and more than anything, confusion. They don't know how to reach out without reopening everything. They wonder if you'd even want to hear from them. They go back and forth, telling themselves it's better to stay away, but still hoping for a sign that it's okay to try. But deep down, they know they broke something sacred. And unless they've done the work to understand that, it'll always be easier to stay silent than to admit they messed up. If you've had dreams about them lately, random memories popping up, or strange synchronicities like hearing your song or seeing their name at the exact moment you're thinking of them, you're not imagining it. That's how unresolved energy works. Sometimes the soul sends signals even when the mouth stays quiet. This message isn't about romanticizing the past or reopening doors you've closed for good reason. It's about seeing how far you've come, because while they've been sitting in silence, you have been healing. You've been processing the loss, rebuilding, softening in ways they couldn't, strengthening in ways they never got to witness. You've become someone even you would have needed back then. So if they return, and for some of you that may happen, this isn't about whether they still love you. It's about whether their love is finally aligned with your standards, with your peace, with your growth. They wish you could know that they still care, that they never really let you go. They regret the way things ended, but they don't know how to fix it. They wish they'd appreciated you more, been kinder, more honest, more present. But here's the truth. You don't need that apology to be okay. You don't need that message to heal. Because every time you chose to move forward, every time you chose peace over chaos, and every time you stopped checking your phone for their name, you were giving yourself the closure they couldn't. You were never asking for too much. You were asking for the right things from the wrong person. You didn't fail that relationship. You showed up for it. And that's rare. That's powerful. And that's something they'll always remember, even if they never say it out loud. So if they do reach out one day, you'll already know what you needed to. And if they don't, that's okay too, because you've already grown past the version of yourself that needed their love to feel whole. You are your own healing now. You are your own clarity. And here's something wild that keeps coming up lately. I've been seeing so many people talk about breakups, quitting jobs, sudden clarity, and old memories resurfacing out of nowhere. Even people who swore they'd never look back are suddenly hearing from exes, dreaming about old flames, or finding themselves in emotional patterns they thought they'd already healed. It's not just coincidence. It's not just nostalgia either. There's something bigger happening. We're in a collective clearing phase, and it's not just personal, it's energetic. It's the final chapter in a 9-year cycle, a spiritual season finale, if you will, a time when unresolved emotions, forgotten dreams, unfinished conversations, all of it starts rising to the surface, not to overwhelm you, but to help you finally release it. That's why everything feels intense right now. Breakups don't just sting, they feel soul deep. Old friendships might be falling away, not from drama, but from a quiet realization that you're no longer on the same path. And those weird emotional waves out of nowhere, that's not anxiety. That's grief leaving the body. Even if you're doing all the right things, healing, moving on, protecting your peace, you might still feel the echo of what used to be. That's okay. That's part of the process. Some things don't resurface because they're meant to come back. They resurface because they're finally ready to be cleared. You might hear from them, or you might just feel them through dreams, songs, sudden memories, or even random social media glitches where their name shows up out of nowhere. Don't panic, and don't assume it means you're meant to reconnect. In this cycle, the past doesn't return to stay. It returns so you can face it with the wisdom you didn't have back then. It's not about rekindling, it's about reclaiming your power. This year is asking you to gently close old doors, not slam them shut, but finally understand them, so you don't carry the weight into your next chapter. You're not just being asked to let go, you're being asked to outgrow, to rise above the version of you who once accepted less, questioned your worth, or stayed too long. Because what's coming in next? It needs space. It needs a version of you who's done clinging to what was almost, what could have been, or what never fully chose you. So if life feels heavy, messy, or weirdly reflective right now, you're not broken. You're just in the final act of an old story.